Today I'm going to show you how to turn a random pattern into a infinite pattern brush. First thing you want to do is get your random pattern. I drew one in another canvas. I'm just going to paste it in here. And as you can see, it's a very nice pattern. However, if you look here at the top and the bottom, or if you look right to left, they do not match up. So what we want to do is take this picture and turn it into an infinite pattern. I am going to click on my magic wand. That's the adjustments menu. We'll go to hue, saturation, and brightness. And I'm going to completely desaturate this, which turns it all into grays and whatnot. But gray in a brush is a transparency, and I want all solid colors. So I'm going to turn the brightness all the way down as well, and that gives us just solid black. And we'll tap up here on the wand again. And then what I want to do is basically turn this into another brush. I am using the hard brush that we created many moons ago from the airbrushing. As a matter of fact, yeah, this is good. Airbrushing. Let's make sure that we have everything here. Yeah, I had put a color jitter on that, and we don't want that, so we'll do done. There we are. I've got black selected. If you do not have it selected, just go to your colors, drag all the way down to the bottom here. If you use the disk, double click at the bottom left. If you use value, just make sure that your red, green, and blue are all the way on the left. And I'm using this at, let's see, it's 2%. Let's go up to 4%. And I'm just going to finish off these right here. And in my case, my pattern was the size of the iPad canvas, so I was good to go left to right, but up and down I have spaces. And I'm just filling in the spaces here up and down. This one is not going to match this one, but we'll see if we can do anything with it. I'm going to create a new layer. We're going to fill it and set it to somewhere around 50%. We'll duplicate layer 2, duplicate layer 1. We'll take the top layer 2 and the top layer 1, and we're going to move those right or left, whichever way you like, and then do the bottom layer 2 and the bottom layer 1 the opposite direction. Now you will notice that down here where I have snapping, I've got magnetics and snapping on. My distance is 20 and my velocity is 6.2. That's a standard one that I use. Now if we look at this pattern that's created, let's go ahead and delete that, fill this, opacity down around 50% and turn it off. I'm going to merge these layer 1s down, and you don't get a very good match here. So what I'm going to do is just create a fake match. I'm going to draw in here. I'm going to draw in here. In this case, I can merge these together and it looks pretty good. Let's put one up here. Just a little random blotch. Put a random blotch here. There we go. And now we're going to do what we did before, duplicating the canvas, except we're going to go up and down. So duplicate layer 2, duplicate layer 1, take the top of each. I'm going to move them up, and then take the bottom of each and move them down. Now the reason that I do the gray or the transparency on layer 2 is you will notice if I move this up, it's got a dark line, so I know that it does not have a full match. If I move it down too far, it's white, and I know it's not a full match. If there is no extra line in there that appears, then you know you're good to go. Let's delete that layer 2. We'll fill this one. Somewhere around 50%, and then merge the two layer ones together. Now what I want to do is fill in all these blank areas. Put a blotch there. I think I want a little blotch here. And then I'm going to go down to 1%. 1%'s not going to do it with that. Let's try 2%. Yeah, that looks good. We'll put some extra dots here and some extra dots on here. And I'm just filling in extra empty spaces here and there. Until it looks good to my eye. So now I've got it matching up, down, left, and right. I'm going to invert this layer, and I'm going to copy it. Then I'll invert it back again. I'm going to turn this layer off and create a new layer. I'm going to go into my build on set and start up a new brush. Under shape, I'm going to do edit, import, paste. And you can see the brushes right there. And that does this. We don't want to do that. Let's put that back to a hard white brush and change the grain. Edit, import, paste. There we go. You can see here on the preview, this is what we're looking for. Now for the zoom, I'm going to change that all the way down to follow size. We'll go here to the Apple Pencil. I'm going to turn the opacity all the way off. Under properties, maximum size, I'm going to put 400. We'll click done, and then we'll test this out. And we now have an infinite pattern brush. And what we want to look for is anywhere that the brush might have lines. So let's undo this stroke. I'm going to take this down from the default. Let's go down to about 20%. And look to see if there's any obvious lines going left and right or up and down. And it looks like our left and right seems to be okay. But you can detect Now let's change the color of that so we can see it. We've got lines that make a stripe going right through here. And what I'm looking for in this instance is something unique, like that shape followed by that shape. And this is kind of a kidney pool shape. Let's see if we can find that in our pattern. We're going to clear this, bring this up, and right here we've got that shape followed by that shape. So let's go ahead, duplicate layer 2, duplicate layer 1, and we're going to shift them down and shift the other pair up so that our place of interest is right here in the middle. Let's delete that layer 2. We're going to fill this one and set the opacity around half. Doesn't matter what color you use because it's just there to let you know what's going on. We'll merge these two down and let's take a look at this. It seems to me that this one and this one are forming the line together. So I'm going to take this. Let's do a freehand selection. Actually, let's take this one and this one. I'm going to move those down like this. And it did cover up that one dot right here, but I don't care about that. I'm then going to take this one freehand select around it. And I didn't quite get this little area right here, so I'm going to select that too. Now let's turn this like this and move it like that. And then I want to take these dots right here and move them up and turn them as well. And let's try this. We'll do an invert and a copy and an invert. Create a new layer and go back up to the place where we created our brush before. Ingrain, edit, import, paste. We'll click on done. And already I can see that there's a line happening on this brush. And it's right there. So let's turn this back on. I'm going to increase the size of this. I think that it's here that the line is happening. Yeah, I can see the 1, 2, 3 bumps there. 1, 2, 3 bumps on this one. So we're going to do our left to right. In order to move that area into the middle. We'll merge these down. And this is where our problem is. So what I'm going to do is take these and I'm going to rotate them around this way. Okay, I'm going to go back to a black color. Let's go back to my hard brush at 2% and put some extra dots in here. And I still think that this is going to create a line. Let's flip it that way. Move it over here, maybe turn a little bit like that. Let's see what that does. It might still create a line, in which case, let's just erase this. And then you got a line going there, I see. So we're going to take the little one. We're going to move it over here. And let's give this a smoother transition. And we'll try that one. Invert, copy, invert. Oh, that's shapes. I need build on. There we are. Edit, import, paste. Give that a done. And I can see that that line has gone, but it looks like there might be one that is going diagonal. No, not really. Make it really, really small. And that does create a line. Let's bring the size up. And no, that's pretty good. So that's how you can take random shapes that you've made or maybe purchased somewhere and turn them into a brush. I hope you like this, and I hope you have a wonderful day.